Very good, happy Friday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon back with you to bring you your latest weather and eye forecast, courtesy of none other than On Target. Got a wild ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster, getting lined back up. We're on our way up that hill before the big drop as we speak. We got a warm front. It's going to be lifting north and east over the region early this morning. This is really going to encourage very strong winds out of the south and west. Going to be dealing with winds outside any rain and storm chances of 20 to 30, 35 miles an hour as we work throughout the day. Then we got this parent cold front that's going to blast east across the region. It's going to be bringing the opportunity of some strong storms along with it. Now behind this front, folks, we're going to get a little bit of lull in action throughout our Saturday, but rolling on into the end of the weekend, another reinforcing cold front will blast through here, bringing us the coldest air of the season, along with the opportunity of some scattered light snow showers as well. We'll be getting more into that here in just a moment. Currently, we want to focus on the short-term forecast. D93 Skycam showcasing an uptick in cloud cover that is taking place before the arrival of the cold front. Might have a few scattered light showers or sprinkles out there early this morning. From roughly around lunchtime on, that's whenever we're really going to see some storms develop right along and ahead of the front. Passing through here throughout the afternoon into the early part of this evening, if all does go to plan. Looking over the WRUS Skycam down in Russellville, heading north on 431. Got a beautiful view there of twilight. Some of the clouds already working in here out of the west, as we were just looking at there on the Bowling Green Skycam to go along with it. Temperatures have stayed up overnight, and that's been the name of the weather game. We've had the uptick in cloud cover combining with the southerly winds, not allowing for temperatures to drop very far at all. Hanging out right around the upper 50s, right around the 60-degree mark this morning. Highs should be pegged roughly 10 degrees from this. We're looking at upper 60s, lower 70s. And then as the cold front works through here, obviously that'll change. But we're going to see dew points. They're currently right around the 50-degree mark. Those will be bumping up to near the 60-degree threshold, which is a very important ingredient needed if we were to get the development of some strong storm chances. Let's jump over here and let's break down the latest in terms of model guidance and what exactly we are expecting to unfold as we work throughout today. Right here is the low pressure system we're watching. Cold front is blatant right here, extending to the south and west of that low. By the time we roll into mid-morning, this is where our surface setup is going to be. And folks, we've been talking about this all week. The passing front will bring strong storm chances. We have low confidence in severe weather coming to fruition. It's definitely not ruled out, but with the ingredients we're seeing, we have very high shear, we have low cape. That is storm energy. Whenever we lack storm energy, that kind of throws calm the wheel, if you will, to have any of these strong storms reach severe strength, all right? That's the question mark we'll be watching throughout the day, how the cloud cover behaves, how our instability values behave. Obviously, with more sunshine, that will help fuel more instability, but we were just looking at the Skycam network, and we've already got cloud cover that is working in here. First and foremost, before the line of showers and storms make it here, we're going to be dealing with some pretty rambunctious winds gusting in here out of the south and west. You can see here, we're looking at the 6 a.m. hour. Already got some gust of 10 to 20 miles an hour. As we roll through mid-morning on into lunchtime and this afternoon, you can see it there, read it and weep. We have got winds exceeding 30-mile-an-hour wind gust at times. This is going to continue throughout this afternoon until a cold front finally gets south and east of the region. By the time we roll into this evening, we should see those winds subside out there to an extent. Now let's take a look at how the exact short-term model guidance is handling this with what we are anticipating here across the region. First and foremost, throughout this morning, going to have some scattered light showers, some sprinkles that's going to develop here along the main line and the cold front. Whenever the forcing from the cold front arrives, we're going to see this band intensify. Here we are rolling into midday. Here we are looking at lunchtime, and you can see the intensification of these cells that are blowing up right along and ahead of the front, bisecting right across the heart of the Wobbles region. Now, as we progress throughout the afternoon, we continue to see upscale growth with this, or downstream growth with this, as the cold front continues to press along and south and east of the I-65 corridor. As we work into this afternoon, that's where the best ingredients are going to be located for strong and severe storms. So even though the entire region is under the gun, if you will, those of you right along and east of I-65 looks to have the best opportunity of these storms intensifying and potentially reaching strong and severe strength. This continues through the afternoon. Cold front should be south and east of the area by the time we roll into roughly 5, 6, and 7 p.m. Still talking with a couple of the local coaches here on the gridiron, talking about getting some football games in. I think you're going to be able to. We'll just have to watch that line to see if our timing lines up correctly. By the time we roll into the pre-dawn hours of our Saturday, all this is going to be out of here, and that is good news for us. Now for the back end of the Kentucky weather roller coaster. Right here, as we work behind this passing front, okay, this monster trough up here in Canada is going to sharply dig down across the eastern tier of the United States. Another low pressure system is going to be diving down along with this trough as we work into our Saturday night into Sunday morning. Rain chances come back into the mix, but folks, look at Sunday on into Monday. That core of that trough is going to be centered nearly right over top of our heads. We're talking about overnight lows potentially dipping down into the teens. We got wind chills. It's going to be even colder than that. And yes, we have the opportunity of some light scattered snow showers coming along with this as well. Kentucky weather. Wouldn't want it any other way. Drink it in, it always goes down smooth, as Ron Burgundy would say. So let's mirror this with what's going on at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. That trough right here at 20,000 feet up above our head. Mirror that here at the surface. Here's the front that's going to get out of here this afternoon and evening. Here comes the secondary low pressure system as we work into our Saturday evening. Saturday on the split side should be wonderful. Partly to mostly sunny, highs right around the low to mid 60s. It should be great out there, but then very quickly Saturday night, here comes this low. Another cold front's going to be extending off of this. Scattered rain chances right back in the mix. And then look at the wraparound moisture on the backside of that low. As we work into Sunday evening all the way through our Monday morning, we have got the opportunity of scattered light snow showers coming along with this low that's going to develop here within the trough. Okay, so looking at overnight lows dipping down potentially to the upper teens to lower 20s, we're going to be dealing with very warm air temperatures before the cold air gets here. It's going to be difficult to get anything on the ground, folks, but with what we're seeing, maybe a sparse dusting, if anything at best, will be coming to fruition with this. Obviously going to be watching this like a hawk, along with the passing cold front and strong, perhaps severe storm chances this afternoon. Very busy across our neck of the woods, that is for sure. Let's jump over here and let's take a look at the latest from our local National Weather Service office. You can see good portion of the Wobbles community painted in a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. Note right there in the bottom corner of the graphic, folks, confidence is very low in severe weather occurring. The instability is just not being returned by models, and each model run that's been released, it continues to zap out that instability, so that shows encouraging signs that hopefully we can keep any and all storms below severe limits. What we're looking at, isolated damaging hail, isolated tornado spin up, and isolated damaging wind event. This does not look like it's going to be any sort of widespread severe weather outbreak or anything of that nature. But needless to say, stay weather aware throughout the day should any strong or severe storm threaten our region. As always, whether or not I'll be right here live to walk you right through it, all right? I want to jump over here, and one final thing I want to look at that's simply not very impressive either. Look at our rainfall totals. These have continued to be pared down, with the line not blowing up until it gets right along and east of the I-65 corridor. It's painted us anywhere from 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. It looks like it's all that we're going to be able to get out of this. Your full 6-day weather forecast breakdown, we've got highs near 70 today. Hit-miss rain chances this morning. Storms look to blossom right around lunchtime and take us throughout the afternoon, some potentially strong. Rain chances taper off overnight, partly sunny and immaculate throughout our Saturday, and then the bottom drops out. Secondary cold front blasts through here Saturday night. We go on into our Sunday, scattered rain and storm chances. It's showing 50 degrees as a high on Sunday, folks. I don't think we're going to be getting out of the 40s. Maybe right after midnight we'll be holding around 50, but it's going to be frigid throughout the final day of the weekend. Overnight lows in the upper teens, lower 20s Sunday night with those scattered snow showers hanging around. Monday, vast majority of us will be trapped between the mid and upper 30s for highs, and then we'll get some regulation back in the forecast, rolling into Veterans Day on into Wednesday with that southerly flow returning, bringing warmer temperatures right back into the mix for us. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Friday morning weather or not forecast presented by our friends at On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware. We'll be frequently updating all of our